So let us see the potential solutions to Skill India in emerging technology. So what are all the solutions? How we can bring this Skill India? In high schools, when we talk about the educational institutions, they need to train the students on the foundations of futuristic technology early in their life. And when we come to higher education, the STEM institutes, they should revamp their core curriculum structure to also include the foundational and advanced courses on futuristic technology. The learning systems within industry, if you see, it should be online platforms for learning with multiple skilling options. Then government creating learning spaces like DDU, GQY and PMKY, and public private partnership model like government plus industry plus academia. If they join hands and take some necessary steps, the students can skill themselves and the Skill India can improve on skilled people. Some specific actions by education system and institution that can plug skill gaps. If we think about it, what are all the solutions? Experience based and on the job learning, internship and apprenticeship opportunities, exposure to new and emerging technologies, strong industry academia collaboration. So, a joint action by government, industry, and academia as a Team India model for reskilling and capacity building will be the best solution. Now, there is an urgent need for skill. In 2022, there is a list of skills that are required by the industry. They are nothing but analytical thinking and innovation skill, active learning and learning strategies, creativity, originality, initiative, technology design and programming, critical thinking and analysis, complex problem solving skills, leadership and social influence, emotional intelligence, reasoning, problem solving and ideation, system analysis and evaluation. These are some of the skills that are expected by the industry. So now let us see how these institutes can impart these skills to the students, and how the students have to look into the institutions when they choose the institution, because many of the colleges don't involve themselves. The students are not allowed to do internships because internship is very essential, and some even do multiple internships in some institutions, but in some institutions there is no possibility of even a single internship. So, and also how they do the technical projects. Actually, they do it as part of curriculum, they do it by themselves or with the faculty, or they just purchase the projects. So these all make a lot of difference. And while doing these projects and also during the curriculum, the students, many of them don't get the support of the faculty because they don't have the latest skills. They just know how to teach in the class, and they can complete the syllabus. That's all some of the faculty do. They don't upskill themselves. So this is another point which you have to think when you choose an institution. And also how many industry talks, industry personal talks the students have attended, or the college has given them an opportunity to exposed or listen to the industry personnel. This also makes a lot of difference. Maybe they can have it in the college, or they can have it in the form of webinars, or some external conferences or workshops should be arranged. And also the faculty don't talk about the industry application of the concepts covered in the syllabus. That is another thing which is lacking in the curriculum. So the faculty should upgrade themselves and also should mention whenever they teach a concept, like how it will be applied in real time, and how many faculty really talk about the industry applications should be monitored by the management too. And what sort of support the college and the faculty give to these students. This is very essential. When a student chooses a college, he or she has to do a research, talk to the present students who are studying there, and also the past outs, to know what is the kind of support they get, whether they have the workshops, seminars and lectures, they have good faculty, or they have good proper internet facilities in the campus, and enough number of equipments in the laboratories, that also updated versions without any fault, and it calibrated ones. And they have to think about all those things when they choose a college. And also the employability challenges, if we see, we have a lot of employability challenges, so the college should also take part in giving training to the students so that they are employable. A lot of skills are required which may not be covered in the normal subject syllabus, so that has to be kept in mind. And what kind of skills or what sort of employability trainings are given in the college, that is like aptitude, technical skills or soft skills or interview skills, what sort of training, and also the new age skills, and also the competitions. All these things should be kept in mind. And engineers score very low in the next generation technology skills like data engineering, data science, artificial intelligence and wireless. So when you compare us with the US applicants, the US applicants are further ahead in coding skills than Indians. And the engineering education is mainly theory based. Only 40% of the students perform internships, while only 36 undertake projects beyond the coursework. So students are trapped in a college timetable, and they have very little industry exposure, and only 47% of students attend industry talks. 60% of the student faculty do not even discuss how engineering concepts are applied in the industry. And lack of counseling and direction is the key hurdle for students in finding jobs. And how this can be rectified, and the recommendations which can be put forward are: conduct employability assessments and training programs from the first year of university study. Don't have to wait till the last year or the pre-final. Higher education should take a programmatic approach to improve the student skills, and create faculty development and continuous assessment programs, and incentivize student employability assessment, and disclosure of the results will also help. And private colleges and universities should start building Nike research programs. Research is one area where everybody has to concentrate, and institutions should be measured in terms of outcomes. And reform college examination system, and encourage internship programs, and push project based learning. Build faculty capacity in cutting edge skills, and students should have a self learning interest. So these are all the things which the students should keep in mind, and also the institute should keep in mind when they are facilitating the students with their education, and when they are choosing the faculty also for faculty positions, and for promotions. Continuous assessment should be there on the faculty skills also. So these are all the things which I would like to say today, in order to have Skill India improve with a lot of skills for the youth, especially in the 21st century. Stay blessed.